shows.
Okay, ma'am, I guess it will start in a while then.
Yes, because I have, yeah, started,
Yeah, it started.
I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah. So, um, as you can see here, the accusative preposition which we did last time is there. So let's just read them out and then we're going to read the dative one. So looking at the PPT, what do you think, which one? There are two stars. Which one are accusative and which one are dative?
Ma'am, the golden stars are accusative and the other ones are dative.
Exactly. Can you read them? The accusative preposizione. Just read
Yes,
it
ma'am.
out loudly.
Should I also read the translations to English or just the German part?
Just the German one.
Uh, durch, gegen,
Yeah.
ohne, entlang, für, bis.
Exactly. Yeah. So these are the prepositions we worked on last time. Now today we will be dealing with the other ones. So can you also read the dative one now?
Sure, ma'am. Zu,
Vignesh?
außer,
Yeah.
seit, aus,
Su. Su.
zu.
Su.
Okay. Zu,
Außer.
außer,
Yeah.
seit,
Continue.
aus, von, bi,
Yes.
mit,
Yeah.
nach, gegenüber.
Yeah. Yes. Very good. So these are the prepositions which follow the dative rules. Zu, außer, seit, aus, von, bei, mit, nach, gegenüber. So you see 9, there are total 9. So we are going to, I'll just give you one example each for them. And then aus, for example, we have used aus, no? In what context have you used aus? Tell me that. It's not working. Okay, I'm not able to use this chat box. What's the problem? Okay, so for example, aus, um, can somebody write? You write ich komme aus Indien. Just type it and put it in the chat box. Okay, I'm going to pick one person who will do that. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay, sorry, it was, I don't know, this network is creating a problem, internet. So, yes, thank you, Need. Ish, without an extra E, no? Ish come aus Indian. Yeah. So that's how we write. And now that is like when you're talking about your place of origin, no? Out of, I come from here. So, and I'm coming out of a building. I'm coming out of the school. For that also we use aus, no? Ich komme aus der Schule. No, means I'm coming out of the school. So in that sense also we use this like out of the school campus or building you are coming out. So in that context, and when you're talking about the place of origin, then you also use aus. Okay, so let's move to the next one, which is von. Von is from. Like you, if suppose you want to say I have German course from 8 to 8:45. How do you say that? You'll say ich habe Deutsch Kurs or German class, okay? Deutsch Unterricht von bis 8 Viertel nach Viertel vor 9 Uhr. Okay. So von is here dative preposition, and the other one this is here accusative preposition. So that's how we use von one way. So suppose you want to say I'm traveling today from Delhi to Hyderabad. So how do we say that? Ich fahre heute von Delhi. In this case, we'll use nach. Yeah. Ich fahre heute von Delhi nach Hyderabad. Okay. Or suppose you want to say, I'm reading a book by some author, any author. Any author you can name. Yeah. Shakespeare, for example. So how do we say? Ich lese ein Drama, a play by Shakespeare. Ich lese ein Drama von Shakespeare. Is the spelling of Shakespeare correct? Can somebody tell me? I think it's not correct. There won't be an E in the end, I guess. Or anyway.
I think it is
So
correct.
It's correct?
It is correct.
Okay.
It is correct.
Okay, thank you. So, von, when you are talking about author, I'm reading a book by this person. So for that, you say von, okay? And also about the movie, heute sehe ich einen Film von any actor, no? Von Shah Rukh Khan. So there also you use von. So these are the various contexts, and here we have all used only the names. That's why it's not clear that dative rule is applied, but it is dative rule that will be applied if you have a noun which is like not a proper noun like common noun or a pronoun in that case. Yeah. I have not heard from you. I'm using the past tense. Let's make it in the present tense. I don't hear from you. So how do you say that? Ich höre nicht Nothing from you. Okay, I hear nothing from you. Von dir means I have no news of you. Yeah. So as you know, dear is a dative preposition, no, not preposition, pronoun. So you have to use that. Yeah. Ich höre nichts von dir. I hear nothing from you. Okay. Today I get a letter from my father. How do I say that? Heute bekomme ich einen Brief von, then you will say meinem Vater. Yeah. So that's how you use, no? Mine is the possessive pronoun, and with that, if it is masculine or neutral, you will have em. If it is feminine, suppose I'll receive a letter from my mother, then it will become meiner Mutter. So that's how different examples of von. Let's move to the next one. Next we have here zu. Okay, let's go vertically. After von we have by. By has two meanings, as you can see, at and by. Yeah, both. Okay, so for example, if one place is adjacent to another place, then you use by. For example, there is a city like Chennai, no, and next to it there is another spot which is very famous, Mahabalipuram. So it's adjacent to Chennai. So how do you say it? You will say Mahabalipuram liegt by Chennai. Means this will mean like it's close to Chennai. Okay, next to Chennai, something like that, or at Chennai. Okay, so it's like that. And then another use of by is, suppose you work for some company, then you always use by. Yeah, ich arbeite by, for example, HP, by Siemens, by Lufthansa, or any other company. Yeah, by Oracle, something like that. Okay, so ich arbeite by. So name of the companies wherever you are using, you use by. And then another variation is, suppose you go to a city and you stay at your aunt's place, then also you will say by. Yeah. For example, you go to Lucknow and you are staying at somebody's place, like your aunt's place. So you can say in Lucknow wohne ich bei meiner Tante. Yeah. So in Lucknow, I live at my aunt's place. This is what it will mean. Yeah. So by is the preposition and minor is the dative case, no, of Tante. So that's how we use by. Now we go to next one, which is mit, with. It's very simple. It's used almost same all the time. The way it's used, with is used in English, no? So how do we say that? Can somebody think of one example with mit? How do we say with? Come with me. How will you say that? Come with me. It's an imperative sentence. We say come, then you say mit, then you'll say Mia. That's how we make imperative. If you have to say come, I'll just little bit give you an idea about how the imperative sentences are made. In English, you have only one, come, no? In German, you have three variations of this come, yeah? Because in English, you have just one way of addressing, the other one is you. In German, you have three way of addressing the person. Imperative sentence we always use when we are talking directly to someone, no? So we have three way of addressing people. With one person you say du, with more than one person you say ihr, informal, and informal way you say sie. So when you are saying come, depends on with whom you are talking, it will change. Suppose you are talking to one person informally, so you are using do form, then it will be com, yeah, used for do form. Okay, suppose you are talking to more than one person, no, ihr, you are talking to 3-4 friends of yours, then you won't say com, it will become wrong, then you say compt. Yeah, it's used, I'm just putting it in bracket, we don't use pronouns. Yeah, you simply say com or you say compt, okay, which is used for ear. Then the last one is z. If you are using z form, then you use the pronoun, you'll say common z. Yeah, so three ways you there are three ways you can say come in German. You say com for one person, informal, then you say kommt for more than one person, informal, then you say kommen Sie, which is formal way of talking. So komm mit mir means come with me. You are just talking to one friend, then you are talking to a bunch of your friends. So you'll say kommt mit mir. Yeah. Then you are talking to somebody formally, then you say kommen Sie mit mir. You see? So three ways you can say in German, depends on the context and the person with whom you are talking. Okay, so that's how we say use mate. Suppose you are having
Ma'am,
tea without, yes,
ma'am,
yeah,
like how will we translate this sentence? He is with her. So that kind of a sentence.
he is with her
Yes, ma'am.
in German.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, try. It's very simple sentence. It's a, how do you say he?
Er
How do you, yes, and how do you say is?
ist
Yes, and how do you say with?
mit.
Yes. You say her. You have to think of the dative person pronomen. You remember the table? How do you say her? If you don't remember, then you must go back to those PPTs and try to remember it. Er ist mit ihr. He is with her. Yeah? He is with her means he is together with her. No, like they are physically present somewhere together. You can also make this sentence like er ist bei ihr. What do you think? What's the difference between mit ihr and bei ihr? By ear means maybe he is gone to her place. Then you will say er ist bei ihr. No? And mit ear could be anywhere, maybe in a cafe together or in a house together or in college together, in anywhere, no? Mit ear. So, okay, I'll just give you all, if you don't remember, how does it work in dative, no? In the play, for equivalent to ish, in dative is mir, equivalent to do in dative is dear, equivalent to air in dative is im. These are the mir, dear, im, these things are important for us when we are working on dative, no? Then equivalent to Z, we have ear. Equivalent to S, we have im again. Then for wir, we use uns in dative case. For ihr, we use euch. For Z, capital Z, that is U, we use EN. For small z, we use EN. So remember this. This table is important. Okay. So now, so that's how we use mit. Now we go to nak. Nak has actually two meanings. One is after, another meaning is to. No, suppose you are traveling. If you are traveling out of station, like going to another city or going to another country, in that case we use nak. Okay. So for example, ich fahre nach Patna. Yeah, so we will say nach. Yeah, suppose you want to say I fly to England, so you will say ich fliege nach England. So nach is used also as to, but we use it when we are talking about out of station, not within the city. When you are going out of station, then you say nach. Only one exception is, suppose you say I go to home. So in that case, we also use nach. Ich gehe nach Hause is an exception. I go home. If you want to say, you say nach Hause, which is not a out of station. It could mean that you are in college or in university and you are going home, you live in the same city. Then also you say ich gehe nach Hause. So house could be anywhere, no? But it takes nach. So this is how we use do. And nach, there is another which is here after, no? So if you remember time, we used it for time, no? Past. It is 11 past, how was it? Quarter past 11, for example, if you want to say that. How do you say that in German? It's quarter past 11. Remember? Test. How do you say quarter? Es ist Viertel nach 11. So past means after, no? And suppose this is one example which we already did. Another could be like I'll see you after 1 week. How do you say that in German? I'll see you after 1 week. You say ich, I'll just make it in present tense. Ich sehe dich nach einer Woche. So Woche is feminine, die Woche. Yeah. So ich sehe dich nach einer Woche. I will see you after 1 week. So die Woche, and if you remember the dative rule, this is what happens with feminine. It becomes einer. So there are two examples. Now let's go to gegenüber. Gegenüber is across from, or suppose you say, my house is across the it also means, in the sense, it also means opposite. Yeah. So my house is across the university. How do you say that? We'll say mein Haus ist der Universität and we say gegen Uber. Yeah. So if you remember, in accusative, entlang is used in similar way. Like you can put the preposition in the end, like here we did. but Universität is feminine and it will take dative case. Yeah, mein Haus is here, nominative, and Universität is here, dative. And in the end, we have put preposition. So my house is opposite to the university. You can say it that way also. This preposition, you can now put it that, like this as well. Mein Haus ist gegenüber der Universität. So this possibility is also there to write it like that. So let's move to the next one now. Now we have on the other side preposition zu. Zu means to, no? But nach also means to and su also means to. So what's the difference? Whenever we are talking about the local destinations, then we use su, okay? For example, if you want to say, I'm going to the market, so you'll say, ich gehe zu dem Markt. Yeah. So Markt is der Markt, which in dative becomes dem. Then you have, that's why you have here zu dem Markt. In the place of zu dem Markt, you can also say zum Markt. Zu plus dem is equal to zum. No need to make two words. You can simply say, ich gehe zum Markt. I'm going to the market. I'm going to the post. You will say, ich gehe zu der Post. Post is feminine, die Post. So, zu der Post. And here also the possibility is simply writing zur. No? Zu plus der ist zur. So you can say, ich gehe zur Post. Ich gehe zum Markt. Ich gehe, I go to, there are many, I'll just give you some quickly. Zum Bahnhof. Railway station. Okay. Zum Flughafen. Airport. Zum Institute. Institute. Zur Uni. To the university. You can also say zur Universität or you can say zur Uni. It's the short form. Okay. So, and I come to you. If you want to say that, then also you say zu. Ich komme, then zu, then you have to put dative pronoun. Ich komme zu dir. Yeah. Okay. So that is how we use zu. And then let's move to next one, außer, except for. Except for you, everybody was there in the party. How do you say that? You will say außer, then you will say dir. Außer dir waren alle da in der Party. To their party. Yeah, in their party, we can say here. Yeah. So außer dir waren alle means all, da is there, in their party. So you see, we have used here dir because of the außer. Okay. So except for. Then we have one last, which is seit. Seit means since. So same like in English. Yeah. Since 1 week I'm not well. How do you say? Seit einer Woche geht es mir nicht gut. If you remember, that's how we say I'm not fine, no? Es geht mir gut, es geht mir nicht gut, like that. Seit einer Woche geht es mir nicht gut. Since 6 months, I'm learning German. Seit 6 Monaten. Normally, Monat in plural form is Monate, but because we are doing here dative, it's like we are applying the dative use. That's why it has taken M declination. So seit 6 Monaten lerne ich Deutsch. So that's how we do apply all the rules. I gave you all the examples. Now, here again, you have one more preposition which quickly I will here explain, which is ab. Beside the ones we did in the last, here you have an addition of one more. Ab is starting from. So starting from today, we learn German again. So how do we say that? We will use ab. Ab heute lernen wir Deutsch wieder. Oops. Can you hear me? Can
Yes,
you
ma'am.
all hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, came back. So this is the rule that we talked about. I explained you today. This is just an example. Like I have given you example here. Also, you have examples given. You can just go through it by yourself. And this is something. If it would be nice if you work on it. It's very simple on your own. Yeah. Declination und Präpositionen. So here you have definite and indefinite article given on the side. You have to choose and put them here. Okay. And below you have, in the second exercise, you have been given all the prepositions. You have to decide which one to use. So you work on this and we can discuss it in the next class. Here also we have one. It's nice if you can at least do one page today, and then we can talk about it in the next class. If possible, do both. It will be easy, and it's also nice if you do some homework before we discuss it. Okay. So next class we are going to work on the exercises, and then we'll move to the next. Okay. So das ist alles für heute. Anybody has anything to ask?
Ma'am, will we have a quiz anytime?